What up? It's your boy T Burn Reaction. I think we might be better with the mic now. Anyway, had to check this out for myself as a reaction vid as well too, though. So I just came across this video in the Clutch Squad. So it's word about Joy Davis. I think their name is. Well known former at ESPN. We got a little scandal not too long ago. Not I don't know if it's a scandal like that. Anyway, in a podcast or an interview, she said that she wouldn't date a man of God, or somebody's a Christian or a man of God or anything like that, and because she considered it a red flag. I haven't saw the title. I had to look and see. It was, sorry, sorry, that's for late. I had to look it up on YouTube, see if it was a video with stuff talking about it. I happened going in the Clutch, but couldn't find it. It's all like blog videos about it. But I shared the post. I had to see it was a post on Facebook to share about it, see if folks thought about it. But the full story of that, if I can bring it up real quick, yeah. Joy Taylor said she is not interested in dating a man guy. If that's the first thing you bring to the table, it's a red flag. It's like this. That is definitely, in my opinion, a 50-50 in the way. Um, I feel like this. It's nothing wrong with messing with somebody with been a guy, I mean, but at the same time, you can kind of understand the reason why some won't do it, or it's a red flag to them. It's a red flag to them as well. To anything, because one, they're not into religion, because sometimes, they into other things, and they feel like somebody's in the religion, that's not in religion towards somebody that isn't. All right, so let me say it again. Somebody that's not into religion is probably shouldn't date somebody that's into religion, because it can come off awkward and not compatible, and worse, it could be judged. The religious folks could be judgmental of behavior. It's not a good look. Number two, a lot of times, folks use their religious belief or their spiritual faith, whatever, as a cover up to being a piece of shit. Let's be honest, as well too. Like I said, and another, some may even be feel, and even they're not, even if this person's a man or guy or a woman or guy, and they're not about the judgment or anything, the person who's not religious in a way might feel intimidated or feel like they feel like they gotta not be able to be themselves though. I'm looking at some of the comments from the people's posts I said as well too. Somebody said the same thing, that she's not Christian, that I meant telling these man guys a big red flag for her, because and she remains as religious, and somebody, I guess some of the same about ain't religion. I don't think on a date the first thing I would say is woman God. I think that's like, I can see that as well too. Somebody said that. See, somebody who is a woman of God said that. For I want to say that's the first thing. So yeah, that's the other thing is you gotta think about it too. Like if you blurring out the first thing, like let somebody in on it first before you bring it out as well too. Cause she said that it's like saying a woman's a feminist as her defining trait. Like yeah, don't make it your defining trait too. That's the other thing as well too. Let me see. I'm gonna say something. Where should I know? All right, somebody saying if you think that's important, if somebody you think that is a red flag, that the problem is them not is you not them. I mean that could be true, like I said. But either way, let's see what the Clutch Squad himself in the Clutch Dubbing Ross has say about this as well too. They may have some same tidbits I just said a minute ago, and they might have their own little personal saying, and we might get the full interview of it as well too. But yeah, um, what would you, if it's a man or woman of God, would you and they say that they're a man of God or woman of God, would that be a red flag for you? If so, why? Is it because they said it up to a front and not let it get comfortable before they said it as well too? I mean, because like I think also they said that too. In dating apps, they put that as well too, thinking that's like something that's a good thing. So that could also be a little pushing in a way. So we'll see.
So apparently
Based.
Joy Taylor
Hmm.
she was being interviewed, right?
Yeah, she was like on a podcast, and she
Oh,
You
so
see the
what's the
she
video?
says
podcast?
it's a red flag
Joy
for
Taylor.
men to start off, I guess, conversations or getting to know each other with the whole "I'm a man of God." For her, it's a red flag.
Well,
So
guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I just want you to know right now, I'm a man of God. Jesus is the author of my life.
And I am too. I'm gonna say it, but I'm married, so I'm like going. But I mean, I may cuss, I may do all this stuff, but I'm married, so yeah, there's that. But like I said, I'm not going to like put up front like do that because that's like I said, it can be like, oh, you doing all this, but you man like I don't want that. I don't need that judgment. That's the thing about that. So yeah, it's like I like what the woman said. Like I don't want to make that like the first thing I say as a date though. If I was, God forbid, if I had to date again. So I'm saying.
And I love him. I don't care what you say. And it's crazy. I'm gonna say this too. It was a dude that was asking Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell some questions, and I think I seen this clip. Either it was on YouTube or TV. No, YouTube. I think it was on YouTube, and he was asking him questions about the faith, and he wanted to see what was the difference between what Christians believe in someone else, and the way Pastor Philip was answering him, the guy was like, "I'm not there yet on my platform." This is a serious one, real quick, y'all. Before we further, he said he wasn't there yet on his platform to. I think it was either agree or disagree, and don't quote me on this. Basically, he was scared to confess how he really felt because he felt like his YouTube wasn't big enough. Because if he made people feel some type of way, he wouldn't be able to make money no more. I'm gonna tell you right now, I will never not give God his respect
Oh yeah,
and
of
grace, no matter
course,
what platform
of
I'm on.
course.
I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be without and profess my love for Jesus Christ than to gain the whole world and lose my soul.
That's
So
that's
I'm gonna tell you that
facts.
now.
And it's facts though. Like sometimes, I mean, and there's one thing to say: don't front on your faith. I mean, if it's going to cause you to lose, then I mean, if your faith is the reason why folks, and I mean it as if you're down to the faith, not using it as a front or anything, like you all about the faith as well thing, and you're not even but you're not judgmental. You all about the faith, and if it still make you lose, folks. Those folks may not be was not made to be in your life, put it like that, or be to be your audience, made to be this and that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of people say that people people is a reason to be a season, or people are there for a reason and a season. There be people that are there for a reason, and people are there for a season. So yeah, if being before your faithfully and purely faithfully, I mean, not doing it, or as well as being a good example of it, not a judgy bad example of it, and folks are going to steer away from you, then yeah. Somebody in their chat said these people are doing too much. I low key agree. But let's see what's going on with this. So this is gonna be a long one. I can say you're right. I have feeling. It's 1 minute and 44 seconds. My joint is 8 minutes already. So yeah.
And it made me move. It made me say something about that, and I really wanted to say that to y'all because I know a lot of times we be joking and we be having fun, but don't ever. I'm never,
Yeah.
never.
Never.
This don't mean nothing. None of these platforms, none of these things mean anything without Jesus.
Oh,
So
and by the way, since I'm watching it in the club's video, while I'm watching the video, shout out to Dub and his weight loss, man, for real. I gotta give my business well too. I am getting back in the gym a little more, and I actually went back to the court a couple days ago. Did some shoot around workouts as well too, though. I mean, I felt good to do it. I mean, definitely get back shaking my arm. My arms were sore. I got like sleeve from shooting. But yeah, shout out to Dub and his weight loss, yo, for real, man. That's all I say. But amen,
So
we say.
I just want to say that like as a real for a real moment. We have fun, we joke, bro. You can have fun, joke, all that good stuff, but you got to know where when reality hit.
Exactly.
And for some,
And like I say, I may say this and that in my videos, have my moments or anything, but at the same time, I know who I praise to, the Lord Jesus Savior Christ as well too. Me and my wife, we always say our prayers before we go to sleep. We say our grace before we eat everything. Thing that I'm saying, I may cuss to or anything, but I am for. But in the end of the day, I am a God-fearing man. Put it like that.
somebody to say that is hard. So I pray that he find his way, because I don't care what the world think, bro. And if y'all cancel me for that, bro, like, because I don't mean no harm towards nobody. But yeah, my bad. I ain't trying to get off.
Also, hold up. That comment right there on the top left say, never sell God short as facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, never sell God short, yeah.
But I had to say that because it really bothered me, because I'm like, damn, like, if people don't know, I want them to know how I really feel about that. Because, we rock with Jesus over here, man. That's just what it is.
No, factuals.
Jesus, man, let me stop.
Should never
I had to go there for Mayo video, yeah.
be ashamed to profess your
Yeah,
love.
you shouldn't. But all right, you ready?
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. You got it up on your end?
Yeah.
I bet. I'm gonna play it. All right.
For you. I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. But you hit me with the man of God thing. I says
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God, it's different.
Oh my
than
God, it's
talking
different
about
than
God.
He really said, he said, oh my God, that's different, but at the same time, we really shouldn't be using it in vain, but we can't help ourselves.
man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some.
So this
I've
is
had some
interesting.
negative. I've had some negative experiences with people
He's
that
still
lead with
suspended,
their
or what happened?
religion.
Are you religious? As a
Not
woman?
really.
No. So
I would say I'm a
Okay.
person of faith, but I'm not. I
Okay.
was raised in a Baptist church.
See-
Very, very religious family.
Okay,
I don't.
that's a different thing, and you know what? That's actually better. See, when people say that, that's actually better. In my opinion, that's actually better. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, if you I mean, you can be a man and woman of God, but you know, you don't have to be really religious. Like, it's better to be in the faith and spiritual in a way. Cause religion, folks, at time, like I said, can be one, judgmental, two, way too into their faith to the point that they are oblivious what's going on in the world. They almost have like cult-like behavior at times as well too. That's another thing. That's the thing. So that's why, you know, sometimes the reason why it can be, that's where the 150 part of why it could be a red flag. You know, religious folks can be very, like I said, I always say, they can be judgmental, very cult-like and everything, and scary. They can judge other people. They judge other people's faith. You know, because there's folks that you know. I mean, I wish there was a better way to say this, but practice witchcraft. But in my opinion, it's not like the typical dark witchcraft like you see on TV and stuff like that. It's more like, you know, the spiritual following in a way with I can't think of the word. It is what stuff that you burn sage, the sage burning and all that as well too. That kind of thing as well too. I just wish like they would like name it, word it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Than witchcraft in a way, because the way it's just that word and this sound, and it's something like when you think witch, not judging, but if you think first, because a lot of people first thing they think of witchcraft is the dark demonic stuff they do as witchcraft in a way. Nothing against that either. Nothing against that either. As long as you know how you know I do it correctly and whatever. But at the same time, there's a spiritual way of in a way they consider witchcraft in a way. But I say it's more like a spirituality thing in my opinion. But let's not get further into that.
Don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, you know, not living a good life. I'm just
Right.
saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me
I
because
feel
I
like
don't
they're hiding
care.
behind their
I don't
religion.
care. Why? What does
Something
this matter to
happened
me?
with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Multiple
you might
times.
have a trigger behind that.
I
for
do.
sure.
Trigger.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah,
I absolutely.
yeah.
I'm acknowledging. I'm triggered by this, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's become a red flag for me. I'm not
Okay.
saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a. So just tell somebody else about it.
Yeah.
I think for some men they think.
It's the way she said it's funny, but I kind of get what you mean. It's like, yeah, you can be a man of God, but don't make that your. Like somebody said that too. Don't make that your first thing to bring up. Like a woman say that, as a woman say, don't. I don't want to make that my first thing to bring up because that might scare the person off. Like, why we have to know about that? Why we must know about that earlier? I guess as in the ways like why we must know about this, or I guess it's like saying like I like how people say that. People who say is a nice guy, they have to say a nice guy. Anything is not a good look because you're like, why you have to say to show me it as well too. It's got like it's showing more than saying in a way. That's what that comes. Way she bringing it is like coming. It's like she comes from that direction. Like show me more than say it. It's like that. Like don't just say it up front like it's supposed to be something like she probably it probably don't real came like. And it's not saying they don't care because they dislike. Or spiritual man, but it's like it don't have to be said in the first day. Like let's ease into everything, look and know each other more down the line to bring that up in a way, you know.
Think that that's what women are
And
looking
getting to
for,
know
like
somebody?
Yeah.
looking for a good Christian man,
Yeah.
and some people are,
They are.
it's just not me. So
What else is non-negotiable for you?
All right.
Let me
And
see.
that's
Hold
Hold
just
on, what?
her.
That's all she said.
Yeah, that's all she said. That's what people been talking about. That's her personal experience. Clearly, she definitely was
She
triggered.
just mad God didn't save her from that lawsuit. Come on, bro.
I knew it was gonna bring it. I knew it was gonna bring it up. Yo, I knew that lawsuit was gonna bring it up. A lot of people say that. Somebody in the comments say you probably need to man God after being after what she went through that in the ESPN and all that. So yeah, the lawsuit. Yup. Well, same time, like I said, it's like it's like 50-50. It's like. It's not wrong being a man or woman of God and everything, but don't bring it up as like, I'm a man of God. Like it's like something that you think is going to be make you stand out, make you be a good thing, but at the same time it can backfire. Saying you're a good person, a nice guy, got up front and dating, it's going to backfire because you may never know this person. You may never know one could come off as timid. It could come on as pushy, or this person had a past with somebody who were of either or, but was a bad example of either or. And like I tell you all the time, there are bad examples of Christian folks in a way, because Christianity in general at times is something that a lot of people that are quote unquote racist believe in as well too. So that's one. As far as good people, there's a lot of people who are genuinely good guys, or who are not genuine, who are claim they're good guy, good girl, but they're using it as a way to charm their way into a person like to show their true color in a way. I mean, to manipulate them in a way. That's the only thing. So there's that. That's another thing with that as well too. And because of the bad example, you have like folks who don't like good people, or to the point that you got people that don't like good guys and heroes. You got people who don't like baby faces in wrestling because of all that, because they feel that they're fake, they're not real anything. Sadly, people they feel more real are people that are bad guy villains as well too these days because of that. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's sadly with that. So yeah. But let's see what they got to say about this.
Someone said, "How did God catch a stray?" Crazy. Look, man.
You want to start?
Yeah. Because I when I saw this, I'm like, all right, I try to understand both sides before you just go in and start thinking a certain way.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
So obviously, whatever situation she dealt with in the past, whoever those individuals were, they led with, I'm a man of God and this is what I believe in. And there are people that do that, and you also have to be wary of individuals, because individuals will use religion as their front to
Like I just
get
said
to
right there.
know someone, and it's not a genuine thing.
Exactly.
It's crazy to
Right.
say that there are some people that use religion as a way to, get in,
Yeah, I just said that too. Yeah, there's sometimes they use religion as a front. They do, and they do, because you hear about these, you hear about people who grew up in a religious family who were their God fearing mother or father was quote unquote either abusive parent and or a man or a I'm trying the best way to say it, get around. You know what I mean? Not unfaithful in their relationship with their spouse in a way. So you always hear about these ministers that have like multiple women as well too, and on the side as well too, and then in words you hear about some of these ministers that because of the religion homosexuality is bad, but at the same time they got undercover folks, they got undercover lovers and stuff like that. Another thing, same with women as well too though. So there's that. I mean, a lot of people frown upon it because it's mainly because of the bad examples of those folks as well too. As well, at time, the church, the faith, everything is frowned upon and looked at in a bad and negative way because of the bad examples too. That's another thing to think about. So yeah,
with certain individuals to try to portray the image of, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a follower of Christ, this is how I am, I'm holier than thou.
I'm sorry, Miss Nancy. A similar situation to me. I was talking to a woman and she was having a bad day. And I said when you're stretching is not leaving God's hand, and she went off on me. Ooh, she said, why would you talk to someone that's non-existent? Even then, I still try to help her, but she went off, and that was a huge fact. I said people have their different religion, but if you just believe in God, I can't. But I can't rock with you on a romantic level. Hold on, let me say that. I thought it's like a situation. I feel like I read it, but read it wrong. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh, she said that's what she said. Wow. Okay.
There are people that do that, and I'm guessing she maybe ran into one of those individuals that's like, hey, led with that as their first initial way to get to know each other, and it probably went bad. And not every person that believes in God actually are good people. There are people that believe in God and they use that as a front to try to obtain whatever they're trying to obtain or live a lifestyle that they want to show to everyone else, and that's not who they actually are. That is a thing, but it's the way she worded it, and that's
That's a good quote. I'm like listening and see this quote. As long as you're not shoving your religion down my throat, I'm cool with it. It's true. Just don't beat it in the head. That's all.
How she worded it in a sense, because even though you're saying, oh, I don't have a problem with you, believing in God and Christianity as your religion, but fuck that, I don't give a shit. You kind of negate exactly the point that you just said of you don't have a problem with it, because you're literally just saying, well, for me personally, anybody that leads with that, I'm already off you, and that's your personal opinion, but you're also you're essentially downing other individuals. Even if you're saying you're not, you still are, in a sense, like, oh, well, you believe in God, cool for you, I guess, but for me, it's just, nah, keep that shit away from me. Like,
it's not my thing.
It's one of those things where, like, you can have an opinion on something and be like, hey, personally, I'm not the biggest fan when people bring up God in that way. I think that would have been a better way.
Let me run it back a little bit. I feel like I kind of missed a little part of it because I'm like doing that and reading the comments. I think I got distracted a little bit. I apologize.
With that, I'm already off. And that's it's the how she works. Actually, are good people. There are people that believe in God, and they use that as a front to try to, obtain whatever they're trying to obtain, or live a lifestyle that they want to, show to everyone else, and that's not who they actually are. That is a thing. But
get straight by. So I said they don't believe in God, but believe in horoscope. Yeah, there's people like that too. Like I never follow horoscope. I don't care about that at all. But at the same time, I get it.
It's the way she worded it.
Yeah, it is kind of the way she worded it a little bit too. How she worded it
in a sense, because even though you're saying, "Oh, I don't have a problem with you," believing in God and Christianity as your religion, but fuck that, I don't give a shit. You kind of negate exactly the point that you just said of you don't have a problem with it.
Right.
Because you're literally just saying, well, for me personally, anybody that leads with that, I'm already off you. And that's your personal opinion, but you're also you're essentially downing other individuals. Even if you're saying you're not, you still are, in a sense. Like,
yeah, I get what you mean. The way she's worded it did kind of go off. I guess, some people, the way they word stuff, they aren't realizing that how they word it is kind of off-putting in a way, and the way she did was a little off-putting if you think about it. But at the same time, like, she could have did word it better as well too. But she, I guess she's trying to keep it sassy, does not show her vulnerability, but at the same time, it did come off very sassy and like whatever, and contradicting the way, like he said. Well, unless he said contradict, but like
oh, well, you believe in God. Cool for you, I guess, but for me, it's just keep that shit away from me. Like,
yeah, it's not my thing.
It's one of those things where, like, you can have an opinion on something and be like, hey, personally, I'm not the biggest fan when people bring up God in that way.
Yeah,
I think that would have been a better way to explain that. Like, if you bring it up in that way from past experiences and you kind of try to push that conversation instead of it happening naturally, it comes off a certain way. I've been through some stuff. But if you're doing it, if you just come off the rip just saying, well, I mean, if you believe in it, that's cool, I guess, but fuck that shit. I'm good on it. Like, you just kind of negate people that, like, well, hey, I'm proud to, say I'm a man of God. Like, what's the issue with that? And to each his own, but it's just when people see the headlines and they look at this clip and listen to this clip, they automatically like, well, damn, bro, like, now we can't even love God. That's why it was.
That's why somebody in the chat said these females do too much. She helped because the way she said it is like it's the same thing. Like, because with dating, a lot of folks you hear posts about as a lady with like this like I always keep saying thank God I'm married, because the way the dating pool is going these days, whew. If I was my old single days, I'd be going through it. I'm like that, because the way folks are, they have a right to, but at the same time, just way too picky. Way too, God, standards is, it's good to have high standards, but the standards like untouchable at this point. Because they have this and that going on. Like, I get that you want what you want in the way you want it. Just don't put too much high standards to the point that nobody touch you, and then at the same time end up crying that you're single and lonely. I mean, it's good to be picky, but don't be way too picky or your standard be way too high to the point that it's untouchable for anybody to touch it. Like, at this point, like, you might as well just be alone.
It's on the list.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I mean, but it's one of those things where people forget that we all fall short daily of grace. You know what I'm saying? So even when that person, and this is what the enemy does, the devil has a very good grip on people, because what he does is he'll send people like that your way. These false prophets, these people that act one way when they're personality, when they really aren't a believer, but he'll send them your way so that way you can make that statement.
Preach on, brother Dub, man.
So now when an actual good man of God come your way, you're going to have this premeditated ideology of people with that, with that background because of someone else that hurt you. And And that's what happens. So now you're gonna be shielded off and going.
Why somebody said we not all Joe Hendry though? Like really? I guess because I guess
to another, and whatever you believe in religiously, that's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we shouldn't be judging each other, even though we do all the time. It's just one of those things where, bro, that's your preference, cool. Because I feel like if I'm single, I'm not shooting at Joy. Because you just told me something that you told me all I need to know. That's why I'll be telling you, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like dating now is like real. I'm not going to say it's easier, but people telling themselves faster. Like, you able to figure out who people.
I guess we mean, I guess I would say it ain't easier, but I guess we mean like it's easier to realize who is what though. But at the same time, it can also be a bad situation that it's like that, you know.
Or a little bit easy, a little bit quicker. Just look at one tweet or one post or one. Oh, I'm in the close friends. What you doing in here? Oh, okay. I know what kind of time you on. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you're able to kind of decipher who's who a little bit quicker versus back in the day. You got to find out, and you know, social media is not big, so people are closed off how they are, and now you got to kind of fish through to figure out how people are. But social media just reveals themselves. So her going around here talking like that, I just find it ironic with the kind of situation she was in.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Just,
that's the other thing too. Is going to look kind of crazy because of that. Somebody even pointed that out. Another comment of the post I shared about her saying that. Well, too said that. But she'd be the last person to open her mouth about that. You know, her situation, which is way worse red flag. I mean, if you be honest. Just saying.
People are gonna be like, "Hey, weren't you?"
Yup, exactly. Yup.
Weren't you just in a
right
situation?
Yup.
Because of sleeping with your boss to get to a higher position. I mean, like, we just we judge, fam, and it's asinine to think about the shit that we actually be doing behind closed doors or be getting called out. Isn't that crazy? Like, you'll judge somebody for saying that. But here you are in the limelight for this reason or suspended for this reason. It just be funny. I be wondering if people realize that podcasts are recorded and that we can hear them. Like,
let me see this. And people still believe we have a good, but have a guy or a guy. But I didn't say a guy, but there's literally a whole book and there is physical evidence that he is real, and people still deny it.
It's true. I mean. It's true. I mean, it's all the good things happen. It could be fate, or it could be, you know, the man above blessing us. You know what I mean? Or, you know, other way around.
We see what you do. So yeah, I mean, whatever her preference is, I just pray that she kind of finds somebody that's actually. And she's like, what?
Oh yeah, somebody he followed the statement, say God. Yup.
38. I want to say. How old is Joy, y'all?
She's 2 years younger than me. Yep, let's say my age.
That's what Google's for. Joy Taylor's age, she is 38 years old.
Yeah, 2 years younger than me.
38 years old. I mean, I don't know about you, Joy, but it's ticking. And, you know, the older you're getting, the chances are becoming slimmer of the man that you.
Nah, let's say it. Nah, I like it, which is true, but at the same time, we can't judge on the whole time ticket thing as well too. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of folks, because I say a lot of folks are too focused on that. You know, me and my wife, who's like pretty much a year younger than me in a way, we just had our first baby like literally 2 years ago, and we're both 40, so I'll be 41 in August. But yeah, so I mean that's the only thing. But it's like that's why I won't judge too much for the ticking, but at the same time I get what he means well too. Like, time is ticking. It's nothing wrong with you know, doing stuff late at all as well too. But at the same time, be mindful of your time that's ticking in a way. Just saying, don't rush, but be mindful. Put like that.
The ideal man, you know. That's
she also said she would like to date younger men that are like around 25 to 26.
Well, that number gonna have to drop. Well, I'm saying like from 38, it had to drop because I mean, another person your age on your caliber either got kids already, either married, or they in that 1% where they moving around. Like Joy just a fly on their wall.
True.
You feel me? So
See, and that's the only thing about that though is it's true, but it's half true. It's half true, but also half false. And I mean, there's folks who are haven't done it yet, and either because they still having fun, not settling down, or they haven't found that right person yet too. So that's the other thing. But at the same time, it's gonna get tough. It will get tougher at the age she is. So yeah, we'll say that. Trust me, I know. All right. Thankfully, I found the woman of my life, my wife, right now, as well too. Because even herself, she say that before me, if we didn't work out, it was like it was just a dating or relationship that didn't work out at all. She would give up on dating, and so would I, in a way, until I know for sure there's a chance. But thank God that didn't happen, and we are happily married and have the most adorable little boy out there. You see him in the background sometimes, yes, as well too.
Yep.
Ellis Ross 2.0. I mean, I just hope she find happiness some kind of way. I mean, because what we do.
Somebody say Tracy Red Ross. Well, don't compare her to Tracy Ellis Ross. No, don't compare her to Tracy Red Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross has her good reason why she the way she is. She's not on some whatever top. I mean, and then again, I can't judge, but from what I'm seeing, she's really not on it. She's more about finding her. It's all about her stuff, and she'll get to good time, right? Because I feel like chances are she found herself, and when the time is right, she's gonna find that man, the right man at that to be with her as well too. You know what I mean? She may not have kids. I mean, not everybody have to have kids. I mean, kids is a blessing, but at the same time, not everybody have to have it. If she's down with it, have kids, but she can't do it, the natural way. There's nothing wrong with adoption at all. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's a kid out there that needs a well parent, the parent better than the one that the bad, or fortunately take over somebody after the parents been gone. Unfortunately, not with them on this earth.
We go on these shows and we cast out our opinions and we cast out our judgment. If you ain't agreeing with something because of some past trauma and past hurt, then that's something you need to go speak to a therapist about.
Yep.
Therapist about it, go pray to God about it, or whatever to release. But all you doing is slimming your chance of being with somebody who actually gonna want to be with you for you, instead of just trying to make you a bucket list hit on their list and pass you over just like everybody else. But anywho,
Yep. But hey, I thought that was interesting since it tied into that list. So I was like, hey, we definitely may want to talk about that. But
yeah, definitely was good to check that out. Oh, men being loyal in relationships. Oh, that's why, because of this video. That's why. Okay. But why? That's probably what they say tied in that one. Interesting. Wow. Men being loyal in relationships is a problem. Oh man, I ain't see that one as well too. I'm not gonna do no more. I already did enough for this. I just made this video 12-minute to a 30-minute video, over 30-minute video, almost a 40-minute video. But it's a good talking point. It's definitely a cool little talking reaction right here as well too. Shout out to the Clutch Squad as well too. Ross and Dub, Elzel Trip Billy. He comes in as well too, man. And see, he's getting better, and he slimmed down too after his little medical situation he dealt with as well too. Prayers up, and of course, so prayers up, and not prayers up. Shout out to Dub's wife Nisa, who in their unit, and a little one who's growing up as well too. Well, than that, if you like more thoughts and reaction on this, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Do you agree with some of the stuff I said, some of the stuff Ross and Dub said? Comment down below. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.